Okay, so here we go. Finally, we are starting, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we want to thank you for joining. Hi, Dr. Japhne Joybert. Good evening.
Good evening, Chris. Thank you so much for another session. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just say good evening. I mean, you are touring the world. Sometimes it might be good morning, good evening, or good afternoon where you are, but you tour the world, and then let's take the greetings the way they are coming. So
Exactly.
today, yeah, I believe that we are going to be talking on an interesting topic. And then I would like to, just hand over the
Yeah.
microphone to you to talk about,
Mhm.
just take the audience to what we are going to be talking about today.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. You're welcome. You're welcome. We can see the comment section is blowing up. Keep on sharing, keep on commenting, and pay a lot of attention today because Daddy Chris and I will be sharing some powerful nuggets today that I guarantee you, if you practice, if you listen, practice, your life can never remain the same. And before I continue, I always like to emphasize anytime you have the opportunity to listen to other people share and teach you like this, always do at least two things. Number one, make up your mind that you will start doing something new because of what you have learned today. And number two, make up your mind that you will stop doing certain things because of what you have learned today. Okay, so today we are looking at developing high income skills for financial growth. Developing high income skills for financial growth. What are those skills that, if you are going to experience financial sustainability, if you are going to experience financial stability, you are going to actually master the skills? And I have been so passionate about all of these. I've been so passionate about financial sustainability. I have a new book coming up that is not yet public. It's a new book titled "How to Achieve Financial Stability and Sustainability." So we are not sharing things from theory. These are things that we have mastered. We have tried them. We know that they work. So I can guarantee you that what Chris will be sharing things will transform you. Okay, so pay attention and get ready. You will get a total of 10 skills. 10 skills that, if you want to always have money coming in, because you need to grow in life and avoid the place where you have undulating finances. On Monday you are financially stable, on Tuesday you are broke, on Wednesday you are fine, on Thursday you are broke. It's not good. But there is something called financial stability and sustainability. And the foundation of this is having the right skill set. So we share with you about 10 skills that you should be able to master. You must not master all. You can pick some that work for you. So I'll begin to share, begin to look based on my area, based on my experience, based on my mindset, based on where I'm coming from, based on the things that I know, which are the skills that I need to master and grow in so I begin to move forward financially. So get ready, get your notebook, get your pens, and get ready to do that. And the good news is, of course, we have a powerful giveaway that will be given to you. And that Chris is going to explain more on that. And then he shoots straight and begin to talk about the number one skill that we should master to experience financial sustainability.
Of course, that was so, straight to the point and sets me on track. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before I start with the first financial skill that we will be talking about this evening, that you can help to develop yourself, develop your income, and then to grow financially, I will talk a little bit about the giveaway, which we launched last week. So I believe that we selected 4 people. So these 4 people, we are going to be giving you a cash gift today. This is actually nothing. We are just encouraging you because of your participation in the program. So each person that was selected during our last session, you are having 5,000 francs today. And then at the end of this show, we'll also be selecting another set of people, or 1 or 2. It depends on who will select or the number of people will select. But we are going to be asking questions at the end of this show And maybe we can help you establish a business if you indicate that what you learned is actually helping you. So we don't want to that kind of a giveaway that we are giving you to go and maybe take care of a sick person in the hospital, or maybe pay house rent, because tomorrow are we still going to be the ones to give you the money to do that? So this is why the program today is going to be really interesting. It's going to be interesting because it will help you. So I will not spend so much time talking about the giveaway procedure, but we are going to dive into that later. Now, so let's talk about the skills. I will talk about the first skill today, which is sales. And now a lot of you will ask the question, like, sales, is this not just this normal sales that I know about? Sometimes we know we have it all, but we don't know how to use it. Because if you have something and you don't even know what you have, you don't actually know how you are going to use it. That is a problem. Sales is a skill that has helped a lot of people set them on hilltop financially. What is sales in the first place? Sales is not just about you maybe going to the market to sell something, or maybe selling a car, or selling dresses online, or putting things on your status. We are talking about exchange of goods and services, which may be tangible or intangible goods. So now I'm going to tell you how you can use sales as a skill to increase your income today. So if you are on this live today, listen very well. Listen to use this skill to increase your finances, and don't listen because you want to learn the skill only. Now, before I start, ask yourself this question. This sales, how am I going to use sales as a skill to increase my finances? Let me tell you something that happened. When I started up with my first office job here in the United States, it was a customer service job, and I was working with Spectrum. That is one of the best cable companies or internet companies in America. Now, when I went to do the job, they told me there were actually two jobs which I applied for. There was a sales job, and there was the customer service job, like a representative. Customer service means that I am just supposed to sit in the office, like answer calls. Somebody calls in and asks, I say, what is your problem today? How can I help you resolve the problem? Now, this is what happened. They asked me, they presented the salaries that they will pay me. And the one that they were going to pay me, if I choose the sales position, it was just a normal, like, for example, if they are supposed to be paying me 10,000 francs for salary, if I choose customer service, they will pay me 5,000. But if I choose sales, they will pay me 10,000. Now, because the salary for sales was so small, I decided to choose the salary for a customer service representative. Now, this is the mentality that you and I have. You don't look at the commission that will come if you like do a sales job. You only look at what you are going to do or to gain as a salary. At the end of the first month, I realized that there were certain guys we worked together who were working with sales, and they made 10 times more than what I made a month. Meanwhile, they were giving them the commission, same like they had their commission and they also had their salary, but I only relied on my salary, but they had their commission. Now, just like we said at the beginning of this live show, these skills are either to help you increase your income, or they are either to help you have a sustainable source of income. Now, you can use sales, first of all, to increase your income, or you can use sales to in short, as a skill, just to develop your income on its own. Now, another thing I want to say is that it helps. It, like, sometimes I have a problem when people come and they say there are no jobs. Now, do you know that every company in Cameroon needs a salesperson? And do you know that to be a salesperson, you don't need to go to university to get a degree to become a salesperson? Exactly. Do you know that to be a salesperson, there is nothing, you don't need to actually go some. It is first of all your determination. It is first of all you being able to learn these skills, or being able to practice the skill and put in what it takes. So if you go into a company today and the company tells you that we need somebody to actually be doing sales for us, and then actually we are going to pay you 10,000 francs a month, or we are going to pay you 50,000 francs a month, and then the company tells you that normally if you sell 10 million a month, we will give you 1 million after the 10 million that you sell, which is 10%. The first question you will ask yourself is that, can I ever sell this 10 million? This is because of that spirit of laziness. Sometimes we just feel like we should just sit, relax, and get a salary. Like we have been so comfortable with poverty to an extent that we are so, we are so comfortable with the little that we have. Now you tell yourself that no matter what I do, I just want to have that I can eat and then pay my house rent and take care of my day-to-day needs. And then you don't care if the person you are working for is actually making money or not, but all you need to do is that you want money for yourself. This is what you need to do. First, today, I want to tell you that in order for you to be able to make it in life, it is not about getting the magical job in Cameroon. Like we feel that in Cameroon, you must altogether get a magical to get to the top. This is that first spirit of laziness that sets in, and then we begin to rely on a monthly salary. You need to be able to develop the sales skills, and to be able to be a good salesperson. What does it take? What does it take for you to be a good salesperson? Now, I will first of all talk about three types of sales that we will know. Hold on, looks like my camera just went off. Hold on, guys. Okay, it came back. Now, I will talk about, there are several types of sales that we can actually talk about, but I'll only talk about three types of sales that you can be able to do. I know that we have like the B2B, which is business to business. And then with the business to business, there are companies in Cameroon that do business to business. And then business to business actually means getting involved with companies that are selling to other businesses and working like a salesperson with them. Now, these are companies that you can actually be able to sell in bulk, to supply in bulk, and then earn heavy commission. Just imagine yourself like you are working, for example, with I can talk like a company in Cameroon, let's say Sonara, and then Sonara is supplying maybe fuel to another company, but I know that Sonara does not actually do that mostly. Or let's say talking about working with Camtel, and Camtel is selling bundles or softwares to other companies, which you are part of them. Now, in a month, they sell like 10 million a month, which is just nothing because they will sell more than that and then say that they're giving you just 10% commission of what they sold. That's already making 1 million out of the sales. We can talk about like customer to, we will talk about direct sales, for example. We talk about multi-level sales. Now, these are just various types of sales that you can be able to take to make much income for yourself. Then someone talk about C2C. No, there is C, like we can talk about D2C, which means distributor to customer. Because with the distributor to customer, you are taking directly and giving to the customer. How many of you, there was actually, recently I saw a flyer that they were talking about doing training and then training you on how to be able to import from Nigeria or to be able to import from China. I actually took this flyer and shared with some of you, and I doubt how many people subscribe to go in for the training. These are things that you can just position yourself in the sales job and then you begin to make money for yourself. Now, what does it take you to be a good salesperson? I will take this one and then give Dr. Jaffney the floor to talk about the next skill, because it is a big thing that I cannot be able to talk everything about sales, but we are actually making you to know the basic things that you need to know. Now, to be a salesperson, you have to be able to develop an approach. There is a technique to be able to listen to your customers and solve their problems. Most of us are not patient to listen to customers. I had one lady who sold a product to me online, and then it was actually like I had complaints. And when I came back to talk to her about my complaints and issues, she went ahead and blocked me because she did not want to solve the problem. Sometimes we feel that it is just one customer that you are dealing with, and that if this customer goes away, there is no problem. Other customers will still come. Most of us are not able to develop this skill or to make money out of the skill, basically because we do not take care of our customers. You need to be able to listen to your customers. You need to be able to respond to them. Listen to customers because you want to respond, you want to understand, and don't listen to people to respond. So you need to develop that listening skills. If no matter what you are selling online or whatever you are selling, either in person or online, develop the listening skill. Listen to customers. Let's say, for example, somebody you are selling online today and someone orders a product to you. The product does not come on time. You tell the person that you are going to have this product in 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, my product did not arrive. And I'm like asking you, but you told me that the product was going to come in 2 weeks, that it did not come. Then you are like, oh, I beg, no worry me, no be not only you one. There are a lot of people who ordered. You are like, there are a lot of people who ordered, and then their own are also, I mean, in the queue they'll be coming. It's not that you are the only person. This is not the approach that you can do to be able to have customers if you come to sales. So respond to people, apologize with them sincerely, and then let them understand that you are working on it, and then make them to understand you are with them. So this is just the first way that you can be able to work on this skill, work on sales skills, and make yourself position yourself in the market, make people to understand that you have that difference. Last week we talked about niche. Let it be that your niche that you are going to use to capture or to capture people to yourself. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have something to add to this, doctor, before you go into the next point.
Just really taken this very, very deep. And sales is very big, and nothing to really add, because the skill I want to talk about to sales. And if you are going to really, really be somebody who can make money, you need to master how to sell. If you cannot sell, you cannot make people remotely you. You will always struggle to be financially stable. Now, the next skill I'm about to talk about is a very hard skill. With sales, you would never be stranded financially. I can tell you that, because this is something I have trained many people on, and I have seen how their lives have changed. Now, I want to talk about the skill of distribution. Distribution. One of the most powerful skills that can give you high income, a high income skill that will remain relevant even in the next 30 years, is the skill of distribution. The skill of distribution is the ability to have the mindset that your job is to bridge the gap between people that have value and people that have money to pay for that value. And the amazing thing about the skill of distribution is it basically costs you nothing to start making money with the skill of distribution. If you have this kind of mindset, you will try. Now, we have seen this happen. People have used this particular skill locally. For example, these people in Douala and Yaoundé and Bamenda, they call them Demaché. People that have landlords on the other hand, and people that have tenants looking for houses on the other hand. What they're doing is they're distributing value. Landlords have the value of houses they have built and they need people to pay, and tenants have the money looking for houses to pay. So you act like a distributor and bring them together on one platform. And when they exchange value money, you are able to get paid. And what has happened is that in the midst of the skill of distribution, you are using skills in that particular dispensation. So it is an amazing skill to have. Now, one critical thing about the skill of distribution is you need to learn how to identify the value that people have, which you are willing to sell. There are many of you listening to me right now. You have friends who are bakers. They bake cake. They can bake anything bakeable. You have friends who are into fashion designing. You have friends who are into different anything that they are making that is valuable. And if you are unemployed, you can decide to train yourself that your job will be to distribute the value that they are creating to people who have money and they're looking for the value. Let me give you a funny story. There's a young man who made 200,000 francs for me in 1 week. Do you know what he did? When I announced an event, this young man came to me and said, "Can you design special tickets and go sell? And in each ticket, I want you to give me 2,500. I said, "Cool, no problem." And I did that. Guess what? In 1 week, this young man sold all the tickets and made 200,000 francs plus in 1 week income with no expenses. He did not produce anything. He did not pay any rent. He did not do anything extra, no expense, but he made 200,000 francs. What he did was he came to me. I had the value of the training I organized, and I needed people to attend the training. And he acted like a distributor. I would distribute your training and get people to pay. Then you pay me a commission. If you want to start, and one thing is that if you're a salary worker here, this is one of the ways you can start earning passive income. And one way that you can succeed in distribution is to have platforms that you can use to distribute the value you have connected from other people. Thank God for WhatsApp. WhatsApp is a platform that can enhance marketing, because if you are able to be good at marketing, you will easily distribute the value of other people and make money. You see? So WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and you can do that. Let me tell you something. There is no reason for somebody to be broke financially if you cannot be able to merge sales, like Chris explained, and distribution. You cannot be broke. The problem, as Chris said, is when many people start now, and they try to distribute and sell, when they get a couple of no's and nobody's buying, they give up. For you to succeed in business, for people to know you, like you, and trust you, there's going to be some time. The secret, hear me very well, the secret for you to start making money with the skill of distribution and the skill of consistency. Consistently improve your ability to sell. Consistently improve your ability to communicate. Consistently improve your ability to be able to influence people. And you can do that. Okay, so the second skill that is a high income skill is distribution. And one big challenge here is that people allow shyness. People are always very shy. Very, very shy. That's why shy people are very broke people. Show me anybody who is always shying away from people. If you are here and you run away from people, you are shying away from people, you always remain broke. Do you know why? All the money you are looking for is in somebody's pocket. And until you confront that person, you will remain broke. Shy people are poor people, except shy people who are born in rich families where they inherit wealth of their fathers. If you are born in a poor family and you are broke, if you allow shyness to hold you back, you will remain broke forever. A rich guy who is born in a rich family can be shy. The father will give him money. If you are shy and you cannot sell, who will give you money? You have a poor family. You see? So distribution and sales will be able to do a lot with you. Yes, Chris, you can take the next skill.
Okay, sorry. So I want to talk about another skill which has been misused, which is entrepreneurship. Can you imagine that today we have more humanitarian organizations than businesses? We have a lot of CEOs on Facebook, director generals who are director of organizations that don't exist. Now, we have people who just get up and then they form churches and become CEOs of the churches. Like, we are not actually using the resources to make money, but we want to use people to make money. People are using people to become CEOs and not using the resources at their disposal that they can use to become CEOs of various enterprises and organizations. If today the only business that you can use to become somebody is the church, then you want to use people's offering to make money. Now I begin to ask myself, because someone once said that if you are a pastor and you don't have a job, then you are a thief. Where do you take your money from? If you are not working, if you are not creating something with your hands, you are a thief. Now, if you are running a humanitarian organization and you don't have a job, you are a thief. Where do you take money from to be able to run the humanitarian organization? Now, that drives me into what an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is a starter. It's a beginner. It's someone who starts something, and you might even be the end of what you are starting. In 2008, when Barack Obama became the president of the United States, he inspired me with the first speech that he made in Ghana when he visited Ghana. Barack Obama said that you have to start something. Start it or go to a road where no one has ever gone through that road. And then if you go through this road, you will discover something new, no matter how little it is. But this is something that no one has ever discovered.
Mhm.
And because you will discover something new, you will become the CEO of what you have discovered. Now, in the world today, people are afraid of risk. And then, because they're afraid of risk, they want to do what other people have been doing instead of trying to discover what no other person is doing. You cannot tell me that you want to become a successful entrepreneur by looking at what people are doing in the market instead of looking at what customers need. To become a successful entrepreneur, start first of all by studying what do customers need in the market that I can be able to supply that no one is supplying. Study when we were doing demand and supply in secondary school, some people took it as a joke, but you should be able to study demand and supply. It's like what people are asking for. Is the supply in the market more than demand, or is the demand more than supply? Recently, a lot of people just went into poultry business. Like, ask a young man, which business do you want to do? The person will come to the comment section and tell you that I want to do poultry. Now, the reason why the person wants to do poultry is not because the person is studying customers, what customers need, but it's because you are studying what other people are making from the business. This is one of the problems that has contributed to the failure in the society today, because you are not looking at what customer, you are not trying to solve customer problem, but you are trying to make money based on what you see other people making, or what you see other people telling you that they are making out of that business. First, as an entrepreneur, you should be able to be that kind of a person that you are able to solve a customer's problem. Solving a customer problem begins to translate it into money, because customers, I have my money and I have a problem. I want somebody to solve my problem and I give the person the money. What now? First thing, you should be able to know what is the problem. Because if you don't know the problem, you will not be able to solve the problem. Which problem is the customer having, and am I able to solve this problem? And then you break into the market as an entrepreneur and you make it. That is what I talked about from the beginning of this point. I talked about you discovering something so little that no one has ever discovered. I will take an example. Let's say I live in a neighborhood where the sell almost everybody is into poultry business. Let me go into poultry because I'm taking particularly poultry because I have a lot of people who have met me and said that they want to do poultry business, and sometimes I explain to them and I get tired. I live in a community, in a village of 20 families, for example, and then among these 20 families, only 5 people buy eggs, and then 15 people buy fowls every week. Now, in that village, no one sells eggs. Everybody is selling fowl. Customers will now have a problem of egg. But because of the fact that you have seen a lot of people selling fowls and making a lot of money from fowls, and that almost all the customers are buying fowls, you forget to know that if you are the only person selling eggs, you have solved a customer problem that no one was able to solve in that community. And now I'll take you again into this example where I recently discovered that my WhatsApp status was made of people who, the only problem is, you are either selling shoes, you are either selling dresses, you are either selling hair soap, because this is what almost everybody's selling. And you want to become an entrepreneur by selling what other people are selling. You are not becoming an entrepreneur. You are not starting anything. You are continuing from what other people are continuing. Now, which customer's problem are you trying to solve as an entrepreneur? This is the question that you should ask yourself. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, and then secondly, you should be able to take risks. There is something I read when Dr. Jaffney posted sometime. He was talking about entrepreneurship. And then, like, if you are an entrepreneur, you should be able to suffer heartbreaks from your business. You should not go to some people, why people are talking about heartbreaks with their day, know that the heartbreak that you are going to have as entrepreneur from your business is more than the worst heartbreak that you can have from your lover. Now, the problem is, most of us are ready to endure heartbreaks from our lovers, but we are not able to endure heartbreaks that come with finances. Just as you can be able to keep your relationship by enduring their heartbreak, making sure that it will work tomorrow, that is the same way that you can endure heartbreak as an entrepreneur, because there are risks that you will take and see your business going down. But now when this business is going down, you are learning, because the problem that you have today that makes your business to go down, that same problem comes tomorrow. The business will not go down because you have learned today. Now, what do you need to have again to become an entrepreneur? There is what we call mentorship. Most of us, 99% of us do not get mentored. We just do it. We break into the market. We do it however we do it, at least. With no strategy, with nothing. Let me tell you that the little business that you are doing, you have learned a lot from that business. You are learning management from the business. You are learning administration. You are learning financial management. You are learning customer service, because you are doing everything. When you have a product and you sell that product to a customer, you have learned management, because you manage that customer to take the product. Now, when the product gives you money and you keep that finances and use it, you are learning financial management, because from that money, you are going to manage it and then use it again to buy another product and have interest to sell. Mm-hmm. There is customer service, because when the customer has problems, you begin to convince the customer and let the customer know that, oh, I am so sorry that this is happening. Unfortunately, I know that it happens at times, but I'm going to see what I'm going to do to make sure that I satisfy you. I'm sure that I'm going to look for a solution to this your problem that I've been facing to make sure that it doesn't happen next time. Now, what do you think I can be able to do to prevent this? Now, you are beginning to learn customer service. So these are skills that you get as an entrepreneur. And then if you are genuinely being an entrepreneur and having hopes for tomorrow, then you can become the next Google. You can build the next Netflix. You can build the next companies that are happening today, like Facebook. Facebook was started by one person, and the person today, we are all here on Facebook. You can be able to start an adventure that will also take you and put you on, set you on the hilltop like any other entrepreneur you see today. So that is what I think I can be able to share, unless Dr. Jaffney has something to add before he moves on to the next point.
You have deeply exhausted all. You have deeply exhausted powerful key points about entrepreneurship. And I always like to say that anybody you see who is making millions and billions, that person must be an entrepreneur. All right. There's no way you can see a salary worker being celebrated by Forbes that they are in the top 100 billionaires in the world, right? It doesn't happen, right? What changed? I used to be an employee. What changed my life was 10 years ago. I resigned and I started my company. And today, if I get to travel the world, been to 20 plus countries, 4 continents, it's because of entrepreneurship. Nothing else can give you that kind of leverage and that kind of opportunity as far as concerned. So, and entrepreneurship takes time. There is nothing like overnight success in entrepreneurship. It's going to take you years and 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 years until you have no other reason but to keep going forward. All right. So the next skill I want to talk about, this skill is very important. The skill that can help you to gain high income. This skill is very powerful. I like to call it the skill of skills combination. Follow me carefully. The skills of skill combination. Now, what does that mean? Why is this a very important skill if you are going to experience financial freedom? Now, everybody knows something, and that's a fact. And there are many of you here that you have skill. You have a skill. But that your one skill is not enough for you to experience financial sustainability. It's not enough for you to experience financial stability. And if you are going to rise to the top, if you are going to overcome financial struggles and gain financial stability, you need to learn how you can combine certain skills to create more value so you can make more money. Because you can only charge more if you are able to create more value. And the foundation of creating more value is in your ability having more skills. For example, there are many of you here that, let's say that you are a trained teacher. Teaching is a skill, and that is the only skill that you have. But with this teaching skill, the only thing that you can get is for you to be paid as a teacher. And that teaching they give you maybe 50,000 francs a month, 40,000 francs a month, 80,000 francs a month. But you can decide to scale yourself and acquire a skill on what you can call online webinar. You can acquire a skill on creating online webinars for yourself. Now you have teaching skills and not online webinar sessions like what we are on right now. This is an online webinar session, or Zoom meetings and all of that. That's a skill, right? And instead of depending on teaching and getting paid, you can decide that you will start organizing online teaching classes for students from other cities and other towns, and they pay you 500 francs for 1 hour to attend your class online. Now, what is happening here? You have been able to combine your skill of teaching and your skill of organizing online events, and then you can get paid. So many people are broke. Many people are suffering financially because they have only one skill, and that one skill is not enough to make them money. Let me give another example. If you have the skill where you can be able to bake cakes, that is good. But what if you are baking that cake and nobody knows you? You are a very good cake baker, but nobody knows you. You can stay for 2 months and nobody is paying you 30,000 francs for a common cake. The challenge here is that you lack another skill that you can combine with your baking skill to be able to make more money and become more valuable. You can decide and learn another skill where you can become a wedding organizer or a birthday party organizer. That's another skill. Then you can learn how to use Facebook and Instagram better to promote yourself. Now you can combine the skill of baking, the skill of organizing social events, and the skill of social media. And somebody paying you 20,000 francs per cake, they can pay you 500,000 francs to create value for them. And they're paying you 500,000 francs. They're paying you to make cake, they're paying a birthday party, and they're paying you to make sure that people attend that party. That is how you make more money. So the skill of skills combination is very, very important if you are going to experience financial sustainability. Don't have only one skill and stay there. You will remain broke for so long. Start thinking, this skill I already have is good. What can I combine with this skill so I can be able to make more money? And let me say this. I always say this very loud. Please don't hear anybody who says that salary is bribe that they are paying you to forget your dreams. No, salary is a seed that they are giving you to plan your life ahead. Okay, if you are a teacher right now and they are paying you 50,000 francs a month, learn how to use that 50,000 francs, use part of it, and invest in yourself so you can become more valuable, so you can be paid more. You get the point? So start thinking, all of you who are here right now, what is that one skill that you are so good at? What is that one skill? Now start asking yourself a question. Which other skill do I need to acquire that if I add to this skill, it can help me create more value and charge more? If you do this, there are some of you here that if you do just this skill combination, you will never be broke for the rest of your life. I have coached many people in my life, and their financial life have changed just from practicing skill combination. So I encourage you, start thinking of what to do. Yes, Chris, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, I think that was powerful. And then while you were talking, I saw a comment that came on screen here. I'd like to talk about this. Let me see if I can get back that comment from one of our followers. Okay, so that was from Osmanu. She said that I am a teacher and I have maximized my chances by taking public speaking courses, writing courses. Now
Exactly.
this, yeah. So now I'm going to talk about public speaking as a skill to be able to maximize your to maximize your income.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is a skill that a lot of us just run away from it. Deep in your house, you are a public speaker. You can speak very well in your house. You can speak very well when you are alone. But when it
Yeah.
comes to speaking to the public,
With their friends, they make the highest noise.
they make the highest noise. Whenever they show the camera in front of you, you want to collapse. You feel like the whole world wants to kill you. Do you know that this skill that you might have, and you are just because of that fear that you have in you, you are not able to make money? A lot of people make money by just speaking during events, just moving around, speaking around the world, like Dr. Jaffney. He just speaks, and then sometimes you sit and you speak, like waste your speaking skills for nothing because you are afraid to stand and speak in front of the public. I remember when we started our journalism club in Government Bilingual High School some years ago. And then there was this guy. So because I was actually coordinating, so this guy he did well when we were having our, we meet and we used to have our practice and have our programs. The first day I gave him the paper to stand and read. The paper was flying. The paper was like, there is this phobia that he had. The paper was jumping as if somebody was pushing him. This is normally because you have not been able to practice this skill. You have not been able to learn the skill well. Now, what do you do in order to take over yourself? First, you should be able to study your audience. Sometimes what helped me to be able to, I can actually talk to, I don't know, I don't want to estimate the population because it cannot be estimated. That is the fact about it. Like when I'm instead alone, I'm not able to speak, but set the whole world as much as many people. Like the more the people are, the more it gives me the courage to be able to talk. This is because you have to, first of all, determine it within yourself that these people will not kill you. And that no matter the population that you are talking to, nothing is going to harm you. And first, what will make people to have confidence in you and to be able to hire you to speak during their event or to be able to hire you to talk? Like sometimes you might start from somewhere, but know that someday there are people that will call you to speak. You know it well. You have your area in life. You have some specific skills that you have that you can actually talk comfortably about it. There are things, some of you are comedians. There are some of you that are teachers that you can actually be called to talk in workshops and seminars. And you have that skill in you, but just because you don't have the self-confidence, you cannot speak. And now self-confidence will also help you to be able to answer questions. First, if you don't have confidence, self-confidence, a question that they will ask you, which you know the answer very well, you will not answer the question. There's a video that I posted recently. I think a lot of Ugandans, Nigerians, and a lot of people, I had more than 5,000 people commenting there, and they were like, this lady came, the lady went for a competition. The lady has been doing quite good. And when the lady went for a competition, they asked the lady one question, that if you were given the opportunity today to illegitimize something that has been, or to legalize something that has been illegalized in your country, what would that be? Now, this is someone who has passed through the various stages of the competition, but just because of the fact that the lady was tense and lacked confidence, she automatically forgot the difference between legalized and illegalized. And no matter how many times this question was asked, the lady never knew the answer. You know, if you don't have confidence in yourself, there are times that they might even ask for your name in public and you are not able to tell people who your name is. If you don't have confidence in yourself, or if you don't study your audience, you will feel that the audience will kill you. And the matter the little gesture that people do, you will feel that it is against you. When you are talking in public, you want to talk to people and you look at their actions, you look at their reactions. Each reaction that the people take, you feel that they are taking against you. Like nobody should be able to gist with their partner. People should not be able to laugh about things that happen in their home, because each time they open their mouth and laugh, you feel that they're laughing at you. And you know what happens? That kills your morale. That deletes all the knowledge that you had in your to share with people, and you are not able to do anything. So that is the first thing that you should know. You should be able, if you truly want to develop this public speaking skill, you should be having self-confidence in yourself. Then there is another thing that we talk about. Instead of giving them letting them give eye-to-eye contact, you be the first person to give eye-to-eye contact. If you are afraid of eye-to-eye contact when talking to people, then be the first to give them that eye-to-eye contact. Because if you don't give them the eye-to-eye contact, do you know something? The person that looks at you directly into your eye first is that the person that controls you. That is why even in court, when they are talking to you in court, they look at your eyes, and when they look at your eyes, they are already controlling you because your eyes speak a lot. So I'm just trying to take one instance, for example, like if you are thinking that you want to be a public speaker, you should be able to master your body gestures. Master the way your smile should be very important. It first of all captivates people. You can talk beautiful nonsense in public and nobody knows that you are talking nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
You can be called to speak in an event and you don't actually know what you are talking about in that event, and everybody is clapping for you because they feel that you know everything. Now, the morale, the confidence that you use to share the information in public already subdues and captivates a lot of people. Unfortunately, the person who knows it all and not able to share it looks like he is sharing nonsense. So most people learn from those who are confident in what they have to share and not from those who actually know. A lot of us know it all, but we are not able to share to the public, and the public is not really willing to take it from us because they feel that what we are talking about, we don't even have confidence in. Mm-hmm. If I want to tell you, I want to teach you about the rotation of the earth, for example. Let's say I'm even a geography teacher trying to teach you about how the world rotates. I actually know it deep in me how the world rotates, but I'm teaching you and doubting. I don't expect you to learn. I don't expect you to listen to me. So this is what will force people to call you to an event. Now, here in the US, for example, just being a public speaker, they pay you $75 in an hour. At least $75. That means for the least public speaker, you don't speak in somebody's event or somebody's occasion and the person pays you less than $75 an hour. This $75 is about 35 to 40,000 francs CFA in 1 hour, just speaking. Do you know that a lot of us speak for nothing and nobody pays you because you have not made this a profession? Now, like these skills that we are talking about today, for example, I want to reiterate on the fact that these are skills like I like the first topic that we talked about before this one today. We were talking about how to turn these skills or to monetize this skill. Now, having these public speaking skills today, use it to be able to monetize it. Use it to speak in occasions. Use it to build more confidence in yourself, and then there you are good to go. So that is it, guys, for public speaking. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for laying that foundation about public speaking. And of course, that is just the truth. One of the only jobs in the world that can give you 1 month salary in 1 day, in 1 hour, is public speaking. I have been speaking full time for 10 years plus today, multiple countries, and I don't charge the moment. I don't charge less than 250,000 francs per hour to speak. I don't.
You get it?
In Africa. In the US, if you don't have $2,000 for me to speak, I'm not speaking. Right? So it's the only job. Very few people very few jobs can pay you $2,000 per hour to speak. Very few, right? And the foundation of public speaking is competence. You must be good at something. Pick an area where you want to be a boss in. You see, my area is strategy. My area is business. That's why they pay me to speak. I always say something funny that the only reason I travel the world to speak is because they pay me for what is in my head. right? And you need to build the capacity, you need to build the skills for people to pay you in that particular area. You cannot just wake up in the morning and say that you want to get paid £1,000,000 to speak. For I have been paid £1,000,000 to speak for 2 hours. Like I cried that day, like £1,000,000, right? I was like, my own don't come today.
Don't you for Nyongo.
Right?
Don't sacrifice you.
Exactly. But they were paying for the competence that I command in that particular field. You see? So public speaking is very powerful, like Chris said, and invest in it. It's not for babies. Let me emphasize this, because when people hear this, they feel like want to wake up one night. No, it's not for babies. You have to become the best of the best in your field. And anybody can become the best. Anybody. Just pay the price. Many people come to me, mentor me in public speaking. I'll give them a simple assignment. Read at least 2 books a month for the next 3 months. Come and give me a summary. They'll go and go. Nobody will come and show. I want to ask you a question. Who will pay you 1 million to speak nonsense? No, let's be serious. Who will pay you 1 million? Let's forget about payment. If we are talking nonsense, what will you be doing here on this live show? On a serious note. That's the fact. So you need to be able to do that. And to start public speaking, I have a private training program. I have a 21 course program on the business of public speaking. You want to be a public speaker, I have a program that can take from course 1 to the 21 courses. And before you finish, you'll be a good public speaker. But it takes dedication. It takes commitment. It takes hard work. It takes a lot. You see, you don't just wake up one morning and expect Chris to now pay a flight from Douala and pay you a 5-star hotel and they come and talk nonsense. No, they're paying you because you have something that if you open your mouth to speak, it can move the world forward. And again, and let me say, everybody listening to us right now, you have that capacity inside of you. The difference between you and other people is you have not developed that capacity. You have not paid the price for that capacity. You have not invested in that capacity. There are many of you that since you left your first degree, you have never opened a book to read. Never, ever, ever. You will never be paid beyond the quality of your knowledge, right? And that takes me to the next skill that you have to master. I like to call it the skill of follow the money. The skill of follow the money. It's a skill. It's a powerful, one of the most powerful skills to know in this world is the skill of following the money. What does that mean? If you hear people saying that they are making money from something, forget about what they are saying that they are making money. Start asking yourself, where are they making this money? It's a skill. If you understand how other people make money, you will always learn how to make money. For example, speaking, I have shared how I charge 500,000 francs to speak, 1 million francs to speak, and I'm a full-time speaker. I don't do any other work. I'm a full-time speaker. My job is to speak and get paid and travel the world. That's what I do full-time, right? So that's what I'm saying, and that's the fact. So a smart person needs to start thinking, how does Joybert really make money from speaking? It is called the skill of following the money. In everything that human beings do where they are making money, don't be excited about the money they are mentioning. Be focusing on following the money in the process. Break the system down. Ask them questions. Find out what do they know that you don't know that is making them make the money. That is what it means, follow the money. In everything people are doing, follow the money. If you hear people saying, I make money on social media, that is good, but follow the money. How do they get paid on social media? Follow the money. The point with us is we are not critical thinkers. We are shallow thinkers. We are up and down thinkers. That's our problem. So we need to master the art of following the money in any discussion, in any process, in any value chain. That is your responsibility. If you hear that people make money from school, Dig deep, break the system down. Be a creative, critical thinker. How do they make money from this process? The skill is called the skill of following the money. Now, everybody around you, the people that you hear, they say this and that and all of that. Ask yourself this question: how are they making money from their processes? Break the process down. If need be, ask questions. If need be, do what you can do to find it. So from today, stop being excited about money. Ask yourself, how are they making the money? What do they know I don't know? That's why Chris spoke about mentorship. See, let me tell you something. One of the most important things you can pay for is mentorship. Mentorship. Pay any amount to be mentored, because it is in mentorship that people will show you their secrets. I mentor people in public speaking, and trust me, it's not cheap to be involved in my mentorship. But when you enter there, I'll show you my secret in making money in public speaking. I'll show you how to follow the money. There are some people that you don't need to pay them. Some of you grew up in rich homes. You have never started to ask your mom, your dad, how do you make money? It's called the skill of following the money. So start doing that. Yes, Chris, you can take.
Yeah, I think I will just talk about maybe one more skill. We actually running out of time, and I will just have to talk about this one briefly so that you can take more, and you take the last skill, and then we take few comments and end for today. But if you have a question, guys, that you want to talk about, you can also drop it at the comment section. I want to talk about video editing. Let me talk about video editing as a skill. For example, I will match it with graphic designing. But I believe that learning this skill, like we have said in this live show, is not just about knowing the video editing, but being able to use it in a wise way. If you check today, a lot of companies are into video editing. I have been watching like most of these Nigerian skit makers. That's why I decided to talk about this video editing, because you see the kind of houses that these guys are building in Lagos and Abuja, man. I'm like, some people say that they have certainly joined maybe a cult, and that is not true. I watched one prank that one of these guys, because he was like with some people, and the guys were like asking him, how do you make your money? Show us the way, boss. So he decided he went and rented a coffin, and then brought the coffin to his house, and then locked in one room, and then called the guys that they should come. He wanted to show them how he makes his money, that he makes it using that coffin like some kind of incantation. And one of the guys was actually believing. This is because the guy is just using his video editing skills. We are living in the world is becoming a global village, and each company, all the companies are on social media trying to make waves. Companies are on YouTube. Each company, like what we are doing today, this is video. We are bringing this knowledge to you using video, though we are doing it live. But a lot of people sometimes will do like a normal video, shoot videos, and then look for people to edit and post them. And you know why you have not been able, like most people, you see videos with poor quality online, is because we don't have people that are ready to do this job. This is a job that has been neglected, but you and I, we are not seeing that video editing skill as a job. We are looking at what other people are doing to make money. Like I said at the beginning of this this show today, I talked about identify customers' problem and being able to solve the problem. You spend about, if most of you are today on social media, now if I ask you, what have you used your airtime that you activated today to do with? You will tell me that you have been on Facebook, maybe sometimes, and in most cases, been on Facebook and not even on pages that you can be able to learn. Being on Facebook on pages that you will just have to go and watch some kind of funny videos and laugh and then go home. Yeah, it is good to fight depression anyway, but while fighting depression, know that the future is waiting for you. You will not explain to your children that, look, honey, I was fighting depression. They're asking you that when your friends were making money, where were you? You were like, no, I was fighting depression. Like, did you come to this world only to fight depression? Why on social media use your data? You are interacting with people every day. As you begin to talk with your friends, begin to determine which kind of problems do the friends have. As you go online, look at graphics, look at the kind of graphics that people are posting online. Sometimes the people just sit and do them themselves. Ask that person, this is already a problem that you have identified. And if you are a graphic designer, for example, you are able to propose to the person that now I can actually do you good graphics. Now, if you see videos and you have a specific skill in video editing that you know that you can be able to resolve it, tell the person, this is the skill I have. I, for once, I usually like good things. Now, if I do a video and then you actually take this video, do some kind of editing and send it to me as proof that this is what you can be able to do, I don't have any reason why I should not contact you to do me the video next time. Do you know why? We don't do it because we don't see it as a skill. So today, I'm not going to talk more about this because of time constraint, but I want to let you know that if you can be able to invest more in video editing and graphic designing, now investing in this skill and then looking for gaps where you can be able to fill in the society. I know that you did not identify this thing as a skill maybe, but I'm identifying. But as much as we have talked on this live show today, it is not all that that is not all the skills that we are talking about, but a lot of skills that you can be able to learn. But learn, first of all, to be able to identify it, identifying customer problem and seeing what the customer needs and coming up with a solution. Hi, doctor. Yeah, Mike is muted. Okay.
I mean, that you have just killed that point. Trust me, you have just killed that particular point, because we are in the video dispensation. That is why TikTok is taking over. That is why, I was saying one time that if any university now in Africa, under their marketing department, if they're training students in marketing and sales and they have not added video editing and graphic design as a course, that university is failing. It's a very relevant skill because it's one of the most auxiliary important skills to do that. The last skill I want to talk about, and then we round up from my end, is packaging skill. Packaging skill, right? This skill is very, very important. If you master the art of packaging, please, there's a difference between hyping and packaging. I always have to differentiate. Hyping is when you make noise about something that is not good. For example, we have so many people on social media who hype themselves. I am this, I am a public speaker, I am a CEO, I am this, I am that. If you make noise about something that you are not good at, it's called hyping. But if you package something that you are good at, it's called packaging. Yeah. Why do I consider packaging as a high income skill? Let me give you an example. There are two teachers, teacher A and teacher B. Teacher A is teaching in secondary school and is being paid 100,000 francs. That's teacher A. And always talks about, I am a teacher, I am a teacher, I am a teacher, I am a teacher. Then there's teacher B, who is also teaching in a secondary school and is being paid 100,000 francs. But teacher B has the skill of packaging. Then teacher B decides and says, I am going to create a program called After Mentorship Program. After School Mentorship Program. And this program, this package involves the following. He will help students who are struggling in basic subjects like mathematics, French, and English. And he will also teach these students life skills on how to behave in the society and become successful children. And this program will cost 10,000 francs per month. He now designed this program, put in a flyer or in a whatever, and print and go and share door to door to parents who have children in secondary school. What he has done is he has packaged his teaching skills into something that is more valuable. He has not learned something new. He has just packaged his teaching abilities. And they have been able to create something called After School Mentorship Program for Teenagers. That's the name. You see, it's now sounding different. And if you hear this particular program and you're a parent and you have a child who is between 10 years and 17 years or 15 years, and you hear that there is a program called After School Mentorship Program for Teenagers, and you have a teenager in your house, you will start thinking, hey, I think my child needs this. Oh, what do you do under this program? Oh, in this program, we are going to make sure that your child will be exceptionally skillful in all the most important subjects in school: mathematics, English, and French. Number two, we are also going to teach your child basic life skills. And what are these life skills? We're going to teach them how to be respectful, accountability, how to plan, time management, goal setting. I'm going to teach them these life skills that will transform them. Tell me, how will a parent who has a teenager not be interested to pay an extra 5,000, an extra 10,000 for their child to be in your program? It's called packaging. You have been able to package something that is inside of you, and you're able to put a fee. It's called monetization. You're able to put a fee around it and make people to pay for that particular fee. You see, I also like to call this skill monetizing your knowledge and experience. You find a way to monetize what you already have in a way that people can understand and find deep value in it, and be able to understand where you're coming from. Many people are broke, not because they're supposed to be broke, but because they lack the ability to package what they already have in a way that people find value in it and they are willing to pay. Many a times, people are not willing to pay for something because they don't understand it and they don't see it that is valuable. So when you do this, you will be able to do that. To conclude for my end in the area of these skills, one of the most important skills that Chris shared was entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is a mindset. Let me tell you something. All of you have learned all of these things, and you have the mindset of an entrepreneur, which is the mindset of a starter. Stop being afraid. Go and start. Start imperfect. Many people wait and they remain broke and they die because they want to start when everything is perfect. No. Entrepreneurs who start things perfect never start. Stop waiting when the idea will be perfect. Stop waiting for the right amount of money. Stop waiting for the right time. There will never be a right time. There will never be right money. There will never be anything right. Start where you are and begin to improve in the process. Start now and perfect later. Be willing to take the risk. Be willing to improve. Be willing to be uncomfortable now so you can make more money tomorrow. Have that entrepreneurial mindset and you will definitely go places. Yes, Chris, before we come with my closing words.
Yeah, I mean, that is awesome. And then a lot of comments are flying at the comment section, just flying like
the comment section is blowing up.
Yeah, it is like war jets in Russia from Ukraine and then Ukraine from Russia and all that. So it's like they're tearing down, but we might not be able to take a lot of your comments today, guys, because we are actually running out of time. Yeah, sometimes I don't know how we are going to do this, but I saw comments that we could really want to talk on. I don't know if you saw any comments that popped up that you wanted to talk on.
There were so many. I think they have all gone up.
Yeah, they're all gone. Like we are hundreds of comments, and sometimes let's just maybe you just check and we can take one or two comments, try to respond.
Yeah,
we close. Now, while you are looking for the comments that you want us to talk about, I just want to say that if you were selected for a giveaway last week and you are watching this live show, even if you are not watching, we need you to send your number inbox. Just send your mobile money number inbox, and then we'll be able to credit it. I mean, to put some money into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of this show, before we go, we will also be asking another question that we'll use for our next session. We have a reason why we are doing this and giving the next week, because we have reasons why we are doing this. This is a follow-up program, and we are actually going to follow up till the end of this series in order to achieve the aim for this program. So we have an aim for the program, and we hope that this is achieved.
Awesome. Good. I'm just seeing excellent comments. One thing I'm liking in these comments is that people are sharing how their minds are opening, and that is the purpose why I and Chris sat a few weeks ago and said, what can we do as a program that will really open up the minds of our people in a way that, let me tell you something. I and Chris spoke about it. Let me tell you something. This is the easiest generation to become a millionaire, to become rich. It's more easier now to become financially stable than 20 years ago. The challenge is that ignorance. The challenge is that blockade, that people don't have access to the quality of knowledge that can enable them to actually experience that. So when I look at the comment section, I am happy to see that many people are confirming that their minds have been transformed. They're seeing things from a different angle and different perspective. And many people are emphasizing how they need to start making change. Stop being afraid. Hear this, somebody: start afraid, start imperfect, start now. Write this in the chat section, in the comment section. Start afraid, start imperfect, start now. Let's go. Start afraid, start imperfect, start now. Stop waiting when things will be fine. Start with that small amount of money. Start and start and start and start and start. Okay? We're happy to see that people are agree with us that this was important and this was relevant. Okay, I see a question. How do you identify an area in public speaking? Like, do you have to be a public speaker in one area of life or what? Yes, you have to pick a particular area. And this is not something that I can do on air because I need to analyze you, talk with you, question you. Then I say, okay, based on your personality, based on your experience, based on your vision and passion, you should pick this area of your life and begin to speak. And the good news is you can be a speaker in any area.
All right.
I know I have friends who are speakers in healthcare, agriculture, technology, business, all of these areas, right? So, perfect.
Yep, just like we said that you cannot say what you don't know. So to be a public speaker in a particular area, you need to be a professional in that area. You have to identify your area and become a public speaker in that particular domain.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people have been asking general questions about mentorship or how to be able to discover their skills and whatever. So this live show, they are not actually, they are just like an introduction or just laying a base for you. So if we have been teaching about something and you really need to go deeper into it, you can always meet Dr. Jaffney or you meet me inbox, and then we can see if you need further help for that. You need to get a mentor that can mentor you in that particular domain. So you can always get inbox. So that is it, guys. And then, Doctor, back to you. Can you put down our question for today before we end the live show?
Okay. So for us to get the people who are going to win the giveaways for next week that we are going to announce, you need to do the following. Listen carefully. Number one, list all the skills that we mentioned today. Just state them. We want to see people who are taking down notes. List all the skills that we mentioned today. And that is the first action. Under that action, list pick on the one skill among all of the skills that we explained today that you will start practicing so you can start making money. Out of all the skills we have explained today, when you list all the skills, write 2 and state, this is the skill I will start practicing from today. Number 3, tell us how much you need. How much do you need to start practicing that skill? We are not saying that we are going to give you the money, but we are saying maybe the giveaway can come in a way of supporting you to start making that skill to happen. Secondly, we are hoping that we have many followers who follow us who are wealthy people. They can see in the comment section and come to us and decide that, oh, I would like to support a young person to start doing this. There's that possibility. Okay, so do that and we'll select those who will benefit from the giveaway. Next Saturday, we will be talking about something. We're going more detail. Next Saturday, we're looking at monetizing your expertise through online platforms. How to make money with what you know using online platforms. So if you are here and you believe that you know something that you would like to teach other people online and get paid, then do not miss out on next Saturday. session 3 of this amazing series. All right, everybody, that is it from my end. Remember, relevant knowledge is useless without action. All of this grammar that Chris and I have been sharing here, if you have heard and you don't go and act immediately, you waste your time and you wasted our time. But relevant action becomes life transforming when you take action on that information. So go and take action with what you have heard today. Cheers.
And thank you so much, Doctor. And just like you said, there are a lot of rich people. I mean, rich people who are watching this live video, and they might be able to also help support you.
Exactly.
Like I hear people asking, where can I send my my answers? You have to put it online under the comment section, because the people reading the comments are at the comment section and not in our inbox. Just like, because I know that when we usually talk like this, some people will come and inbox, send it inbox, like those VIP, like they don't want to drop it at the comment section. Drop it at the comment section, because it's either us or the people watching who would like to support you. They will go through the comment section. Yeah. A lot of people have money outside willing to help, but it's just that they don't see genuine people that they can help. So if you are genuine, then this is why we are doing this program, because a lot of you will gain skills that you would genuinely want to start up something for yourself. And then people who genuinely also want to help you can step in and help you to achieve it. Nobody wants to waste his money, his or her money. People want to put money where there will be, a result. Not putting money where you will take and go to the bar, drink drunk, and then you talk. So, guys, that was it for today. Again, we want to thank you, to appreciate you for joining us, learning with us, sharing with us, and commenting. It was a wonderful and awesome experience. And just as said, we will be back again next week with another exciting program. And then until then, we want to say enjoy the rest of your evening, wherever you are, or it's afternoon. Stay safe. And what do we say? God bless you.
God bless you guys. Take care. Cheers.
Yeah.